Good morning, author of the ASNI TV. This morning I would like to speak a few words about my late brother Tommy Rafferty, whose birthday occurs today. Tommy was a doctor, as was our father and myself, and also my grandfather. When our father was brutally murdered by Sinn Fein IRA scum, Tommy and myself were confronted by two Sinn Fein IRA members on the Antrim Road, and let me tell you, that was their worst nightmare. We left the two of them lying in the street bleeding badly. A couple of weeks after my father's funeral, by the way, out of 1,100 dockers who worked at the Belfast docks with me, Tommy and my father, only 10 attended his funeral. The rest were warned not to attend by our corrupt union that was run by the IRA. As if my mother didn't have enough troubles on her mind, two Sinn Fein IRA scum, someone must have opened up a sewer to let them out, dropped a letter with 2 live rounds of ammunition through her letterbox, with a note saying, "These are for your 2 sons, get them out of the country." Then they crawled back to the sewer from where they came from. Now, Tommy and my mother lived in the Lodge Road, whereas I never lived in the Lodge Road at any time in my life. But Tommy's house came under constant attack, smashing windows at the back of the house and the front of the house, and they also broke and damaged his car a couple of times. Now, the mother didn't escape, as her house was pelted with eggs and coins, and also had nuisance telephone calls made from clubs or pubs, as you could hear music in the background. Tommy then decided enough was enough. He applied for a job as a crane driver in South Africa and got the job. After Tommy was forced out of his own home and his job by Sinn Féin IRA, the mother took it very bad, as Tommy was her firstborn and her favourite son. Now, I miss Tommy very much, as we attended the same school, boxed in the same boxing club, worked at the docks for over 30 years together. I kept in daily contact with him until the police called at my door one night and gave me the bad news that Tommy had taken a heart attack in South Africa and died in hospital. That was on the 2nd of August 1984. He was only 45 years old. I had to tell the mother the news, and that broke her heart. My mother went downhill badly after that. Yet the harassment of my mother and family kept going on until my mother had to eventually leave her home. She moved up to the Antrim Road, where she got a few years of some sort of peace. But she never got over my father's death and also Tommy's death. She took a massive stroke and died on the 25th of January 1988. That was only 4 years after Tommy, aged only 66 years old. I myself know that my mother died of a broken heart due to the abuse she had to suffer from those Sinn Féin IRA scum and their supporters from the Lodge Road. That IRA scum may have forced Tommy to leave his country of birth. That, in my eyes, is genocide. But let me tell them, I am still here and I am going nowhere. And I will see justice meted out one way or the other. I will be reporting this brand of scum and their bosses Adams and McGuinness to the proper authorities in The Hague and the Human Rights Commission in Brussels, not only for the murder of my father, but also their involvement in the deaths of my brother Tommy and my mother Elizabeth. What right has those two scumbags to order any decent, hard-working docker out of his own country of birth, and then harass a sick old woman to her death with their Republican rent-a-mob. A woman who asked nobody for anything and worked hard all her life in the mills of Belfast. Now, anyone who has a story to tell and wishes me to air it can call me on mobile 07715 921137, or I can send a reporter out to get your story. And remember, I will tell your story as you tell me. Nothing will be cut out. Watch more of my stories on YouTube, arthurrafferty.com. My email address is arthurrafferty1@gmail.com. YouTube Arthur Rafferty, Arthur Rafferty Docker. Thank you for watching ASNI TV. I will see you soon, and good morning.